S.M.I.L.E Youth Lounge, a space where young minds come together to learn, grow, and connect.
We dive into topics that actually matter, from relationship
To money,
movies,
mental health,
leadership,
business,
and career goals. You name it, we talk about it.
and the best part, we keep it real and interactive.
And maybe you should expect giveaway, teasers, and a whole lot of vibes.
So if you're ready to level up, connect with like-minded people, and get insights that actually matter, hit the subscribe button now. Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to S.M.I.L E Youth Lounge. I'm so excited to be here again. This is a space where young minds and young people come together to learn, grow, and connect. And I remain your beautiful host, Ruth Abimbola. Today, we are going to be talking about something very interesting. We're going to be talking about how to beat procrastination, because it is time we stop waiting and actually start acting. And I won't be doing this alone, as I have someone very special in the studio. But before I introduce my guest today, you know that spirit of I'll do it later, right? I believe everybody can relate to this. Everybody has, been in this situation or in this phase at one point or the other in our lives. So we are going to be talking about putting something, aside when you're supposed to attend to it. And, that moment when you open your laptop and you're like, oh, I want to get some work done. And then before you know it, some minutes down the line, you're on YouTube watching a movie, doing something and laughing out loud. And then you just keep everything on your to-do list, pending. We are going to be looking for a solution to all of this today, because this is a problem that is faced by young people in our society today, and it shouldn't be. We have to get rid of the spirit of I will do it later, and that is why we have brought somebody who is knowledgeable in this aspect to come, pour into us, to come give us some tips on how to make our lives better and on how to stop procrastinating. Do you know that 20% of people identify themselves as chronic procrastinators? And in the college setting, 70% of students identify themselves as procrastinators. Ladies and gentlemen, I said we have someone special in the studio because this is not a first-time guest, and also this is a S.M.I.L E alumni. Ladies and gentlemen, I believe you already know what I'm talking about. The one and the only, like I like to say, because there's no other person like you. Nobody does it the way you do.
Alumni.
Right? But Omo is Omo.
Yeah.
Right?
You can say that again.
We're very happy to have you. Very, very happy to have you once again. I said I was going to bring you back, and I brought you back. You guys, I keep to my words. Give me my flowers.
You have your flowers, your full flowers.
Right.
Thank you, Ruth.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank
S.M.I.L E.
you so much for
Thank
honoring
you
our
to
invitation.
the Youth Lounge. I'm always excited. I am always elated to be here anytime. I mean, I'm a youth too, so I like it when I'm speaking to my people. Welcome, guys. Let's go.
Welcome. I don't think there will be any need for you to introduce yourself again, because you guys should already be familiar with Omo. And I would like to say a very big thank you to you guys for all the love on the previous episode. We saw your comments, we saw your engagement, we saw your challenge entry and all of that. We really appreciate you, and I hope that you keep the same energy for this episode. So back to you, Omo. Let's start on a lighter note, right?
Oh, sure.
Have you ever had to deal with procrastination before?
Yes.
Maybe, is it a current thing going on for you? Because like I said earlier, we brought somebody that is an expert in this aspect that can help us get out of it. So while dealing with it, what were the things that you did to overcome procrastination as a young person growing up?
So yes, when you were giving the topic earlier, I was going to say, and you said something like, "This is a challenge we young people face." No,
It's not only young people.
no. Every human being, every single human has to deal with procrastination, because there's always something that feels like this thing is not so important, it's not so urgent. Let me just scroll a bit. Let me just chill a bit. I just finished this. I can't jump into another thing immediately. So yeah, procrastination is a problem that I believe, and I think I can say all human race go through. I don't know for animals because I'm not one, so I can't speak for them.
Wow. So, can you share what procrastination has actually cost you? Is it your relationship, your friendship? I know you're married now. I can't say your marriage, but just share with us.
So, even though it hasn't cost me my marriage, I know that there are times when my wife and I have had heated arguments because of procrastination, especially in the early years. And that's not to say that I'm that old or in marriage. I'm just trying to say in the early years. And for me, relationship is always big. It's a big matter and a big subject. So essentially, maybe a referral, because I host events.
Yeah.
So I procrastinated on doing something. I got there late, or rather than doing a proper study or research before I went for this particular event, I procrastinated until it was time for the event, and the client noticed that. And yeah.
How did you feel?
Of course, I'll feel bad. Everybody likes to have a second chance.
Right.
No, but we cannot get it. Not just a second chance. That's
Don't
not what I
always
wanted
get
to say.
second chances.
Everybody would like to have a client return you to work for them or work with them. And I mean, I learned my lessons. And since then, I always make it a point of contact. Even things that the client did not give to me, but I know I need, I'll ask them for it, or just Google it up. Now ChatGPT, but I'm not such a pro at it yet. So,
Yeah, one thing I've just learned right now is the fact that he had to pay a price for procrastinating at some point in his career.
Yeah.
But he has made sure ever since then to not repeat that same mistake again. So wherever you are, if procrastination has cost you something, I want you to know that that's not the end of the world. You can always pick yourself up. You can always, try to avoid that mistake again. So it's not the end of the world. And that's one of the reasons why Youth Lounge exists, for us to help you, trace your steps back, for us to tell you that, it's not the end of the world. You can always get it right. You can always do things right again, and don't write yourself off. Now, to the brain teaser that we have for you in this episode, it is actually a riddle, and I'm just going to read it out. I make your heart race, your palms sweat, and your creativity spike. But I only show up and you've delayed too long. Who am I? Let us know your answers in the comment section. We found out that one of the reasons why people procrastinate is because they overthink a lot. And they're always like, what if this thing flops? What if it doesn't work out? What if I fail? What if I don't get the feedback or the support that I want to get from people? And that's why they just procrastinate doing a particular thing. I'm actually guilty of this as well. So
I can tell the way you're talking.
Whatever response you give is actually going to be helpful to me as well, because there are some things that I, want to do, and I'm like, I'm not just sure of what to expect in terms of the result, and then I just keep pushing it. So what advice do you have for young people like myself dealing with this kind of problem?
The only thing I'll say is what Nike says in all of its commercials. Just do it. Just do it. Because you see, everybody is battling with overthinking. Well, I don't want to say everybody. There are certain people type,
right,
that battle with overthinking more than another certain type. So
Yeah,
I mean,
that's very true.
we know all the people type, so I don't think I should. Well, let me just go. There are choleric people. Choleric. There are sanguines. There are phlegmatic people, and then there are melancholy people. The people that are the temperaments that are most likely to be overthinkers are the phlegmatic, the melancholic, and a bit of it in sanguine people. And I'm sanguine. All right. You
Is
know,
the emphasis for me?
well, because I needed to say it.
Right.
And true, we do have that issue. However, just do it. I found out that the things that I procrastinated about, the reason for the procrastination eventually did not matter. So, I wear a particular outfit, or I post a particular video. Let me be. I post a particular video, or I did not want to post at the time I posted because I won't get a lot of views, or I won't. So if you don't get a lot of views, that
not the
video
end of
might
the
just be
world.
something someone else likes or someone else sees at the time you think is not right for it, and then you get that gig or you get that referral.
That's very
You
true.
know, so just do it.
Just
Do
do
it.
it. Right. So I don't know. I'm contemplating asking you this question,
Oh, sure,
but
go ahead.
I feel like I should still ask you. So some people procrastinate because they lack self-discipline, and they don't just know how to get themselves to actually do something. Like, oh, when I say I want to do this thing, I should do it the time I said I was going to do it. Now, for the sake of not wanting to learn from, a bad or a negative experience, do you think that discipline is something that can be self-taught, or you still have to learn from that negative experience? How can we avoid learning from a negative experience? It doesn't have to cost us something before we actually, have self-discipline. So
You see, your question kind of, I don't want to say, or it kind of defiles the experience is the best teacher thingy. Because
feel
when
you.
you have experienced something
100%.
negative, every human is moved by pain or motivated either by pain or pleasure. If you have felt pleasure about doing a thing, you want to gladly do it. If you have felt pain about not doing a thing or even doing a thing, you'll be wary. I don't want
I don't
to feel
want-
that way
exactly.
again. And then you get to work.
Yeah.
Right? So, I mean, the question is, do I have to wait for negative experience? You don't have to wait for negative experiences. There are people outside that have had negative
That
experiences
you can learn from.
that you can easily learn from, and then beat your own issue. But then there's an underlying question in this thing that how do you? I think that for me, the major thing that has worked is to have accountability partners. People who would hold you accountable. For instance, my wife and I, in fact, my wife specifically, when we wake up after we've done a few things, she goes, "So, what's your plan for today?"
That's a very important question.
Yes, in case you are forgetting that every day should have a plan and everything should have a purpose. So, what's your plan for today? And once she goes, "What's your plan for today?" If I am not ready and I don't have anything planned, I have to think up plan and tell her.
Wow. Do you do this every day?
Of course, not every day. I'm literally confessing now, so don't
Yeah,
make
I
it
get
worse. I have to think up a plan and tell her, so I want to this, I want to that. Because if I don't have a plan, there's problem.
Wow.
You get, and to a large extent, that has helped me. So yes, there's a normal do a to-do list. Allot time to your to-do list if you really want to beat procrastination. But more importantly, share with at least one person, trusted person, who, even if they are judgmental, yes, you need a judgmental person sometimes.
Yeah.
But if they are
Tell you
not
the truth.
judgmental, they can either encourage you to get to work and or give you concrete feedback.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Wow. That is such an interesting response. Like I said earlier, we brought somebody that is knowledgeable in this area and will be able to help us, reduce the rate at which we procrastinate as young people. So a point you made will lead me to the next question I have for you. And I was feeling at some point that, maybe I should go and get married though. Because she's playing an important role in your life.
Oh no, it
But
doesn't
then-
have to be just your wife.
But then you don't have to be married before
Yes, you
having
can
an
have a
accountability
friend,
partner,
exactly,
right?
or even a mentor.
Yeah.
S.M.I.L.E as an organization is big on mentoring, and I mean, BBM is accessible.
Right.
A lot of people use S.M.I.L.E at the office, and people that have got alumni are accessible to the degree that you can always tell them that, sorry, can you be my accountability partner, or just somebody in your class, even your parents. Are you the first child?
Yes, I am.
It's even good. Your younger ones can be your accountability so that if you fail, you know that not only have you set a bad example for them,
Right.
you're most likely losing your rights of firstborn. Don't mind me.
I get
but
you.
then
I get
accountability
it.
partner can be anybody.
Right. So another way to overcome procrastination would be to get an accountability partner.
I'm sorry, let me just quickly chip in.
All right.
One of the ways accountability partners work best is that put a pleasure or a pain point in the hands of that person. So, for instance, the pain of not having a plan for the day, which is an argument with my wife, will not allow me not to have a plan for the day.
Exactly. So
But guess what? If you say to her or him, whatever the case, that this is my to-do list for today or for this week. If I get it all done at the time that I need to get it all done, take 10,000 is my money. Take 10,000 naira, but make sure that if you lose 10,000 naira to pay you,
yeah.
take 10,000 naira.
Make sure it's something you can afford, though.
If you like, that's your business. Take 10,000 naira. If I complete all of this task within time, give me back the money. If I don't give me the money. You know that by yourself, you will self-discipline yourself.
Because you
You
don't
will
want to
literally
lose.
self-regulate
Yeah.
to ensure that you don't lose that thing that you have given to the person.
Yeah. And even if it's not about money, you wouldn't want to explain yourself over and over or get into an argument.
It is best
with
is
the
usually
person.
money or a precious thing.
Yeah,
For
so it
instance,
helps you.
a movie ticket.
Definitely helps you.
So that you tell yourself that until I have productively done A, B, C, D, I don't get to enjoy the pleasure of this movie ticket. Something like that.
Wow. That is so profound. And I will not put my money on the line, but I'll put something else on the line. And it's something that I'm willing to try, because I wouldn't say I'm really a procrastinator, but then there are some things that I just push aside and don't attend to just because I feel like it's not the right time to do those things. So this is something that is actually helpful to me, and I believe is helpful to everybody watching right now as well. And that leads me to my next question for you, which is something that we already talked about earlier. What role do you think accountability plays in productivity in the lives of young people, and how does it help us, even if it doesn't overcome procrastination totally, how does it help us reduce it? So I would just like you to lay more emphasis on that, and I would like you, if you have a personal experience, to add that to it as well.
Okay. I hope I can quickly think of a personal experience.
Yeah.
But the good book says that he that has no rule over his spirit is as a city without walls. It means that you are subject to attacks and violation by other people at will. So when you decide to have a mentor or an accountability partner, as you said, what you've literally said is that I want to be serious. I'm committing to be serious at all costs. You see, discipline and self-regulation are usually a function of inner motivation or, your creator. It's like you answer to your creator, what it is, if you are disciplined or not, because those things, indiscipline is something that usually only you can tell because it happens in private.
Yeah, true.
But you see, the moment you now decide that I want to be accountable enough
someone,
and
yeah.
serious enough, what you're essentially doing is saying that I want to have some form of governance over my life. Imagine a country without a government or governance. Anybody okay, let me use a good example. Imagine that the US right now doesn't have any laws against migrants.
People would have just done whatever it is that they want to do.
Thank you.
Free.
Thank you. And that's what happens to somebody who doesn't have mentors. Another thing, or accountability partner, another thing that mentorship is good for, if the mentor is open enough to you, is that rather than you experiencing bad things, that mentor could share with you his or her own experiences that you would be wary of anytime you are almost going off. Do you get? And because you have learned from somebody else's bad or good experience,
mistakes,
you are motivated to do what you need to do.
I love that. I love the response. So before you leave, what's one thing that you feel the people watching us right now can do to save time, that can make them more productive, make them stop procrastinating, like a tip that you have applied, in the past, or you are currently applying, that is helping you save more time and help you, more productive?
I think I've said one or two.
Okay.
Number one, the accountability partner. Number two, write down your to-do list or your schedule and time them. If possible, set an alarm for each task so that if you're falling short, the alarm goes off.
Yeah.
And you need to now, walk your way back or find something to do. Number three, I said number two, right? Another thing you can always do, again, as I said, is to put reward mechanisms before you. Once I get this done, I get this reward. For instance, I've heard of somebody, a role model, who says that his approach to using social media is that produce before you consume. What does that mean? It means as much as I want to scroll and check what other people are doing and all that,
things?
it is I must produce something first.
Yeah.
Each day, each time, before I go on social media
To consume someone else's
content.
Exactly.
So that way is a bit of I've done my part. And by the way, for those that don't know, social media is paying some people money.
A lot of money.
So you be there.
A lot of it.
A good determinant of it is, how do you get on social media? You buy data.
True.
Does your data, is it everlasting data that you have? No.
It's a constant.
Your data will run out. Right?
Expense.
And thank God for the networks that we have around.
Man.
They will be sure to remind you when you're running low. Your data is running low.
Some don't even send you any message. They just swallow it and then you just see that your data is no longer working.
That doesn't happen actually. Me, I believe that each person, you know that this thing or this particular application consume more data than the other, and there's some applications run in the background.
True. True. That's actually true. Thank you so much, Omo, for those powerful words that you shared with us, the tips. I find them very helpful, and I hope that the viewers at home also find them helpful. Thank you for honoring our invitation every time we call on you. I mean, this is the second time you're going to be coming on the show, and it's always insightful as always. This man is not ordinary. He's always loaded.
We're just
always ready to
ordinary
share.
people.
And that's why we always bring you on the show. You guys, we don't bring ordinary people here.
But to be
we bring
fair,
special
right?
people.
To be fair, I feel indebted to S.M.I.L.E. And I think I should say it now. I was young, inexperienced when I came across S.M.I.L.E. And I am so grateful I did at the time I did, at 2011ish or 2012. And one of the advantages that S.M.I.L.E. gave me is they taught me the things that school never taught.
Right.
And
That's
maybe
very
parents also forgot to teach. So that by the time I started to work, right, I had been coached, mentored adequately. What am I trying to say? What I'm saying essentially is that because of that debt to S.M.I.L.E, if you call me for I know that's impossible. If you call me for every episode and I have the time, trust me, I'll show up. But the next thing I'm saying is, you out there, you see the name of this organization and who is powering this organization. If I were you, I'll seek ways to get admitted or get help, especially if you know that you need help from organizations such as this. And I mean, if you are a billionaire, what's it called? Imagine now. So all of this is happening pro bono, but somebody is paying the cost.
Right.
It means that these organizations like this need donors and sponsors regularly. So, sir, you are a corporate or you are an HNI. You don't even have to be an HNI. Just try. Please support.
Invest in initiatives like this.
Yeah, because our youth need it.
Yes.
A great deal.
Exactly.
I wasn't asked to say that. Just bear in mind, there was no gun on my head. There was no body pointing gun
It wasn't
at
scripted.
me. It was off script.
Yeah.
But I just felt to say it because, I mean, we talked about mentorship and accountability partner and all of that. And so, I mean, yes, I said it. I said what I said.
I said what I said. Thank you so much. That means a lot to me. And I know that means a lot to S.M.I.L.E as well. And we're always happy to welcome
S.M.I.L.E
you.
means a lot to me.
We are always happy to welcome you. We are always happy to have you. Thank you so much. Shake my hand now.
Oh, sorry. I didn't see that quickly.
I'll do this with you over and over again. You guys, look out for another episode with Amma.
No, I didn't say it now. I said it's impossible.
Yeah, not now. Not like right
So,
now.
the last time we said another episode, it happened.
Yeah.
So be very careful.
Yeah, I'm
but then,
prophesying.
I'm just saying.
Shake it up. So the quote drop that we have for you in this episode is actually by Chuck Close, and it says, "Amateurs wait for inspiration while the rest of us just get up and go to work." So the answer to the brain teaser I asked earlier is actually looming deadline or panic. If you got the answer correctly, a big shout out to you. So here's your productivity challenge for this episode. Track your time, your next 24 hours, Write down everything, then review everything as well by saying, what can you reduce, delegate, or delete? So you are categorizing everything that you're supposed to do as what you can reduce, what you can delegate, and what you can delete. We'd like to have your responses in the comment section, and we can't wait to read everything. All right, and that brings us to the end of this particular episode. I hope that you've been able to take note of important tips that were shared by my amazing guest today on the show. Don't forget to take a screenshot of this episode and tag us with your biggest takeaways. And if you find this episode helpful, you've learned something, like I said earlier, please do not forget to follow us on Instagram at S.M.I.L.E Youth Lounge to get weekly updates and weekly feedback that I would like to give to you. I remain your beautiful host, Ruth Abimbola, and I will see you in the next episode of S.M.I.L.E Youth Lounge.